cool. This one is. Now this is the Nespresso Essenza C100 espresso machine. And what it does is make espresso really simply. You've got a lever here that opens up to reveal where you insert your pod. You've got the spout where the espresso comes out, and two settings, one for a small cup and one for a larger cup. You take your particular pod and you place it into the opening. Close the lever and press a button. And within 15 seconds, you'll have yourself a delicious cup of espresso. So you finished your espresso, and now it's time for cleanup. It's very, very simple. Pull back the lever, the capsule is deposited in the trash bin, and to throw this away, all you do is remove a little basket and dump. And that's it. Now, for everybody who drinks espresso, they know that one of the most important parts of espresso is the crema, a golden foam that sits at the top of an espresso. I'm going to show you the kind of crema that Nespresso makes. Now you can see as the espresso begins to actually separate down into the crema and the espresso itself that this Nespresso product actually produces an extremely rich crema. And that, as everybody knows, is the hallmark of a truly exceptional espresso. Now that we've just brewed our espresso, let's say we want a cappuccino. The Arancino will make that happen for you. The Arancino is a very simple and excellent milk frother. To make my cappuccino, I take my milk, I fill up my Arancino, place the lid on top, and I push the button. From the time that you press the button to begin the frothing process, it takes about 20 to 30 seconds to develop into the foam that you'd like to use for your cappuccino. You can see right away that this is extremely thick foam. We pour in, as the Nespresso booklet tells us, in a ratio of 1/3 espresso, 1/3 milk, and 1/3 frothed milk. And there we have our cappuccino. What if you decide, I'd like a latte instead? There is hot milk still in here, so all you need to do is hold back the foam and go 1/3 espresso and 2/3 steamed but not frothed milk. All of this together makes really fantastic espresso, great cappuccinos, great lattes, and very, very simply. While the machine is very simple, you need to be aware of one thing in particular, and that's the temperature of the beverage. The important part in terms of getting a hot espresso drink is preheating the cup. Now, if you don't preheat your cup by running at least one sequence of water without the coffee pod inserted, your espresso is not going to be that hot. I really just wish that the espresso came out hot enough. Either that might be done via temperature control or just hotter water coming out. One thing that people should know is that in order to buy more of these pods, you need to go to either Nespresso.com or you need to go to one of the very few Nespresso stores. The Nespresso pods are sold in sleeves. A sleeve like this will hold 10 pods. Expect to pay somewhere in the neighborhood of $4.50 or $5 per sleeve. Now, I was very skeptical about the quality of espresso that could be produced by, espresso coming in a pod. I was extremely impressed with the espresso that was created by the Nespresso machine. It absolutely rivals the espresso that's produced by a machine that costs $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Together, if you want to buy them as a package, expect to pay somewhere around $300. If you want to buy them separately, the espresso machine will cost you about $250. And the Arancino will cost you somewhere in the neighborhood of $100. They're really fantastic. I think this makes great espresso. You wouldn't necessarily expect a pod to produce such a great espresso drink, but Nespresso's really nailed it. The foam that the Arancino makes is outstanding, and I really don't think that you can find a better machine anywhere else.